According to certain texts, both biblical and apocryphal, we know about an alleged battle in heaven and a fall of angels. What ultimately happened was that the angel Lucifer, or Satan, led about a third of the angels in heaven to rebel against God and overthrow him. There are three main reasons that explain why some angels rebelled. First, free will, second, lust, and third, vanity. Afterwards, a war broke out in heaven. These rebellious angels were defeated by the good angels who obeyed God, and they were cast out of heaven and permanently thrown down to earth. This is known as the fall. Therefore, these rebellious angels who now live in the spiritual realm of the earth, in exile and punishment, are the fallen angels, also known as demons. But who were these fallen angels? We know that one of them was Satan, but what about the others? Aren't they important? I am El Documentalista, and this is 10 fallen angels and their names. The Book of Enoch mentions 200 fallen angels, of which only the most important ones appear. Among them are 10 fallen angels, famous ones who influenced human life here on earth, and who will also play an important role during the apocalypse. Their names are as follows. Abaddon. Abaddon is found in both the Old and New Testament worlds and refers to the mythological guardian of the underworld. So, in other words, he is a being in charge of keeping Lucifer and other fallen angels in line. He's more or less like the jailer of hell or of the spiritual realm on earth. Some scriptures describe him as God's wrath. Or, in simple terms, he is the angel, or being who does God's dirty work. If you look at it from this point of view, he essentially does God's will. But unlike other angels, he is not helpful in his ways, but in his representation. It shows that Abaddon enforces God's will with an iron hand. One can relate it to the corruption of Lucifer, in the way he ensures that Lucifer and other fallen angels remain in the underworld and do not escape to heaven or the world of humans. Azaziel. This is one of the names of fallen angels who was responsible for introducing weapons to mankind, teaching him to make swords, knives, and armor to defend himself in order to introduce war with the purpose of causing deaths. It is believed that his end in the apocalypse will come after challenging Michael and Gabriel, so the angels will bind him, and he will be judged by the angel Raphael with God's permission. Leviathan. In the Old Testament, Psalm 74:14, Leviathan is a multi-headed sea serpent killed by God, its head crushed and then torn apart. Shattered pieces feeding the Hebrews who wander through the desert, thus sustaining their survival. Will God kill Leviathan again at the end of days, eradicating evil forever, establishing good for all eternity? St. Thomas Aquinas describes Leviathan as the demon of envy, one of the 7 princes of hell associated with the 7 deadly sins. Samyasa is known as the leader of troops of more than 100 demon entities. He was the angel who convinced the others to come to Earth after women who
they considered sensual.
This is how the relationship between the angels and men began. But on Mount Hermon, they made a pact in which none of the angels could change their mind at the moment of coming to Earth. That is why he is known among the names of the fallen angels as the leader of the pact, Harmon. Yekun. He is considered among the names of the fallen angels as the first follower of the angel Lucifer, who is responsible for seducing and confusing the angels. He is extremely intelligent. When he was cast out of heaven, he taught men the language of signs, reading, and writing. Jezabel. It was the second of the names of fallen angels that followed Lucifer, and to consider that men are inferior. In addition, he was the first to encourage the angels to have sexual relations with humans. He is the one who showed the sons of men all the blows of death and led Eve astray. And he showed the weapons of death to the sons of men, the shield and the cloak of the blasphemer, and the sword for battle, and all the weapons of death to the sons of men. He is listed as one of the chiefs of the fallen watchers. This is described in the 2nd section of the Book of Enoch Parables. It is said that he was responsible for deceiving Eve. Gadriel. He was mentioned as the 3rd of the 5 Satans who led other angels to copulate with humans, which led to the creation of the giants. Nephilim taught men how to make iron swords and knives and bronze shields and breastplates. He revealed to them the metals extracted from the earth, and the art of working gold and silver and making bracelets and ornaments and working with antimony, and eyeshadow, and all kinds of precious stones, and all coloring dyes. Penemue. His name means the one who has departed from trust and faith. He taught the sons of men what is bitter and what is sweet, and he taught them all the secrets of his wisdom. He instructed humanity in writing, with ink and paper, and because of this many have sinned from eternity to eternity, and even to this day. So Scripture was not originally intended for man at the time of his creation, because man was created immortal. But after the fall, Scripture serves to allow man to pass information from generation to generation, so that ideas are not lost when men die. Cassiade? Knox's book tells us that the fallen angels introduced an ancient abortion procedure, showing the sons of men all the evil wounds of the spirits, and of the demons, the wounds of the embryo in the mother's womb, and the wounds of the soul. The last important angel among the names of fallen angels from heaven, because he was the one who taught men about spirits, showing them that they could be as important as God himself, creating intrigue in the minds of humans. This is as far as we've come today with 10 of the most important fallen angels. They're not all of them, and surely in the future I'll tell you about some more. I am El Documentalista, and this was 10 fallen angels and their names.
Thank you.